Genesis 18:20. Then the Lord said, "The outcry against Sodom and Gomorrah is so great, and their sin is so grievous, that I will go down and see if what they have done is as bad as the outcry that has reached me. If not, I will know." Later at verse 23, then Abraham approached him and said, "Will you sweep away the righteous with the wicked? What if there are 50 righteous people in the city? Will you really sweep it away and not spare the place for the sake of 50 righteous people in it?" As in, will you really destroy the city if there are righteous people? Later in verse 26, the Lord said, "If I find 50 righteous people in the city of Sodom, I will spare the whole city for their sake." Then Abraham spoke up again. "Now that I have been so bold as to speak to the Lord, though I am nothing but dust and ashes, what if the number of the righteous is 5 less than 50? Will you destroy the whole city for lack of 5 people? If I find 45 there," he said, "I will not destroy it." Once again he spoke to him. "What if only 40 are found there?" He said, "For the sake of 40, I will not do it." Then he said, "May the Lord not be angry, but let me speak. What if only 30 can be found there?" He answered, "I will not do it if I find 30 there." Abraham said, "Now that I have been so bold as to speak to the Lord, what if only 20 can be found there?" He said, "For the sake of 20, I will not destroy it." Then he said, "May the Lord not be angry, but let me speak just once more. What if only 10 can be found there?" He answered, "For the sake of 10, I will not destroy it." So what I wanted to say in this video is to not be afraid to ask the Lord your honest questions. I know there are probably many other lessons from this passage, but this is what I wanted to talk about today. We should definitely remember our place when speaking to a holy God, the one who created us, but we shouldn't let that make us afraid to ask him the questions that are truly on our hearts, whether it's surface level, like how did the races and ethnicities come to be, Lord? I don't understand that. How did life continue if Adam and Eve only had 2 sons? I don't understand that. Or where exactly did the Bible come from? Like how was it written? How did it all come together? Or maybe it's a deeper question, like, now that I've accepted you as my Savior, if I sin again, am I under your wrath? How does that work? Would you explain that to me? Or what exactly counts as sin? Even though your stance on this isn't specific in the Bible, Lord, is it a sin? Should I be doing it? Whatever your question is, I think our disposition, our attitude, our mentality should be like Abraham's. Though I'm dust and ashes, do you mind helping me understand this? And ask your question. The attitude of, may the Lord not be angry, but is this specific thing a sin? And either way, should I be doing it? Lord, would you help me understand this? And an example I wanted to share from my life is regarding gay marriage and abortion. In the U.S., these are some big topics of debate. And growing up in the public school system, I heard one thing at church and was taught another thing at school. And school is 5 days a week, church is 1 day a week. So I agreed with the world's view that these things are okay. And I wasn't passionate about that view because I knew what the Bible said, but I definitely leaned toward the world's view. So when I started my journey to truly follow the Lord and strive to truly walk with him, I was like, these opinions of mine, this is something I need to deal with. This is something I need to deal with. And I hadn't read this passage at that time, but I had the similar attitude. I was like, Lord, you're a God of love. How could you be against a gay couple who loves each other? You know, may the Lord not be angry, but would you explain this to me? I don't quite understand it. For abortion, I was straight up. I was like, I grew up in the public school system. I was taught that abortion is the woman's choice. Lord, if I'm honest, I agree with this opinion, but now that I'm following you, I'm uncomfortable with having that opinion. What do you have to say about it? How should I feel about it, Lord? If this opinion I have is wrong, would you gently lead me toward the right one and help me understand it and accept it? Fast forward a bit, the Lord has definitely been faithful in answering these questions and granting me understanding so that I not just have the answer, but I understand the answer and accept the answer. And He helped me understand that these things, gay marriage and abortion, the acts of it, not the laws about it, the acts themselves, are in fact against His desires. And I know some Christians will watch this video and say, well, duh, it's clear in the Bible. But, I needed help to understand that. And some people watching this might need help to understand that too. Or, on any other topic like sin or whatever. For anyone who is seeking answers or understanding about gay marriage or abortion or sin or anything I said earlier or anything I didn't say earlier, there's no one better to go to than the Lord. Ask Him the question, ask Him for understanding, ask Him to lead you on the topic that your question is in. Sooner or later, He will send you the answer, be it through your daily Bible reading, through research about the topic, through a pastor, through a brother or sister, or however He decides to send it to you. Keep asking questions and keep seeking answers.